Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to episode number 20 of the Mary and Sam Show. Today we're going to be talking about how to influence people so that you can win more often. All right, and I mean that in a good way, influencing people. So, one of the good examples I love to tell the story is my brother got married to a wonderful lady. She's from a different culture than our culture. And she has done an amazing job at winning this family over. It's incredible at what a masterful, skilled influencer she is. And that is no other than Shannon Parwas, my sister-in-law. We love her. She's amazing. And here's some of the things that I noticed she did very well. Early on, she would recognize everyone's birthday. And she gave you a special gift on your birthday that was very unique only to you. You know, we get birthday wishes, we get all kinds of stuff from her during Christmas. It's really amazing at what she did. And I think this goes a lot. And you can explain better as to how she's done it and what it takes to do something like that. And I thought, man, if this person is this good here, if Shannon is this good with us, what an amazing job she must do with her work.
Right. I think it all comes down to your ability, how you make somebody feel about themselves. Whether that could be your kids, your coworkers at work, your managers, if you're coaches, your client, the way you influence them, if you have customers, how you influence your customers, your in-laws. I think it's very important how you make someone feel about themselves.
Yeah.
We all have been there.
Sure.
The person that makes you feel awesome about yourself. They always have something positive to say about you. It actually makes you want to become a better person because you're influencing them in a positive way. Versus if you criticize someone, if you put them down, always focus on their weaknesses. What's the likelihood of them improving in a positive way?
Sure. Mary, I was going to say something before
please.
you move on. One of the things that I was just reading a book and it's talking about influencing.
Yeah.
And he said there's a sign that every one of us wears around our neck and nobody's paying attention to it. And do you know what that sign is?
Tell me.
The sign says, "Make me feel special."
Absolutely.
We all wear this sign. It's invisible and a lot of people miss it. Only those people who are masterful at influencing people recognize how to make everyone feel special.
Yes. There's a really nice book I read to our 3-year-old Arya, and it says everyone carries an invisible bucket with them. And in that bucket, it holds your feelings, your thoughts, and mainly you want to feel good about yourself. Everybody wants to feel good about yourself. And if you are, as an individual, want to change someone in a positive way, I know we all do. Husbands, wives, kids, at work, your customers or employees. It always goes back to what you say to them.
Right.
The words are so powerful. Sometimes people don't pay attention. You could say something very, very even minor in a negative way, and it's how you feel inside. You're like, I don't want to be around that person. It makes you want to just drive away from them. And sometimes we have, even as parents, that your parents criticize you and tell you things in a negative way. It even makes you don't want to be around them.
Oh yeah, for
sometimes
sure.
it's sad, but as an individual, if you are planning to change someone in a positive way, I promise you, if you start to focus on saying good things, positive things about them, then you're going to start to see the shift and the change in that person. It's the psychology.
It's like that book, How to Influence People and Make Friends. I think it was by
Dale Carnegie, How to Win and Influence People.
Yeah, How to Make Friends or How to Influence People is a great book by
Yeah.
Dale Carnegie. And the first thing he says is you can catch more flies with honey than vinegar, which is so true because your words, if they're sweet, you're going to make more friends. If your words are bitter, you're going to make more enemies. And I had this experience at a job once where my boss I'll tell you the good boss. His name was Gino Blafari. He made everyone feel special.
Yeah.
And it wasn't fake. You genuinely, that's the other part.
You can't fake it.
Right.
It has
You
to
can-
come from the heart.
Yeah, and somebody I heard, you said, hey, people's bullshit meters are really good because they
Yeah.
can tell if you're genuine or if you're fake.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you're going to be fake and try to pretend like you care or like you're a good person, that person on the other side sees through that instantly.
People are transparent.
Yeah, and what I
Yes.
wanted to say is then I shifted careers to another career where I had the opportunity to meet some different people, and my goodness, I mean, what a night and day.
Yeah.
Instead of making you feel good about your work, they try to instill fear to get you to do the same thing. I've always been in sales, so for me, sales comes naturally. However, coming from a position of fear made me hate those people because I felt like I was never good enough, even though I was exceeding their expectations.
Yeah.
But they wanted, it was old school. They
Yeah.
wanted to instill fear in you. And that's
Old school.
yeah. So the difference is when I was working with Gino and at Intero Real Estate, those are great folks, and Tom Tognoli. They always made you feel good.
Yeah.
They always made you feel like you were wanted, like you were worthy, like you had something to contribute. As a result, I wanted to give 150% of my effort
Yeah.
because I know those guys cared about me.
Yeah.
And my good friend Chris Stewart too.
I think it's sometimes, I've been there in the past that you're always focusing is on someone's negative behavior. And you might say, well, so-and-so's behaving negatively, whether that's your spouse or your employees, or they're not performing, or those are your kids. It's easy to just pick up on their bad behavior and criticize them. But the key is you want to influence them in a positive way so they could start to shift and change. And just to focus on the negative, I've done it in the past. I've done it with you, and I still sometimes catch myself, because we sometimes get impatient and we witness something that it doesn't agree with us, and we can't. I just want to right away say, well, you did this wrong, or you're messy, or you're lazy, or you are doing X, Y, Z.
This kind of sounds familiar. Yeah, go on. Yeah. How do you be nice about that stuff?
Well, you tell me. How am I nice about this with you?
Well, there
Have
are.
you changed? Have you changed?
Yeah. I've changed and I don't even know it.
So see, that's the secret.
Yeah, that's the secret sauce.
So when
She
we
gets you
first
to do whatever she wants. You don't even know it,
and,
and you're smiling.
and it's not just faking it. Also, it's really seeing the best in people, because
Yeah.
people deep down, everybody wants to do well. Everybody wants to, be
You mean
successful.
nobody wants to start out and say, I'm going to be a loser?
Right.
I'm striving to really be a loser.
But yet people see it that way. They see bad behavior. They say this is what it is. They don't see for people, for what they could become. They see them for who they are at that moment. And I think no one's perfect. We all make mistakes, and we continue making mistakes. But we keep recognizing that we need to do this differently next time so we can elevate.
This
And-
gives me a great sports analogy.
Yes?
Mary.
Tell us, please.
Okay.
I'm not good with sports, so you
Okay.
are.
Okay. So you had Mike, no, it wasn't Mike Ditka. It was Mike Singletary,
Uh-huh.
who was the 49ers coach.
Okay.
And with the same personnel, they sucked. And then there comes Jim Harbaugh. Within a year, he takes that same team, the same group of people,
Yeah.
into the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
which is pretty amazing because of the belief he had in the players. The players started believing in themselves. So they suck. This new coach comes along, takes them to this high level.
Yeah.
When the coach leaves, they suck again.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting because good leaders have that ability to transform people, to get the
Yes.
best out of people. And unfortunately, by the same token, there are different kinds of leaders who don't understand that. It's an art
It's
to be able to get people
yes.
to influence them in a positive way. And it takes patience.
A
'cause it's,
lot of patience.
right? So
A
that's the
lot of
thing. It's a
patience.
lot of patience, and those who don't have the patience have the short temperament where they lash out at their, I would say, the people that they're above, or that they're trying to get them to work, or even their peers. So you want to make sure that you understand how to have patience, how to have that caring and understanding. And again, it comes to being genuine, right?
Yes, exactly. I had a lady that I was talking to her. She's a broker, and she said, she really doesn't want to pursue being a broker in the real estate business because she doesn't know how to motivate people. She doesn't know that how to get people to perform better. And this was one of the first subjects we talked about because she said, well, people really don't want to do well. And she started talking about that.
Yeah.
And this is the psychology of understanding, like what you said, is to understand the highest need for people is to feel good, is validation, is to feel significant. If you don't understand anything else about psychology, only understand this one factor, I think you can be very successful in life and business. I think that's about it for today's show.
Hey, that's a wrap. So thanks for watching, you guys. We love to hear your comments. I'm going to be honest, I love to see a lot of views and a lot of thumbs up or hearts.
You mean you want validation?
I want validation. Make me feel special. Come on. Come on, do it. Share it. Share it with your friends. Be nice. All right? Until next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.